Geshe-la, when you were speaking with Laura, you were just getting ready to tell us about going to India for education. And can you tell us what that was like to arrive in India and to start school there?
Okay. So, in our group, coming from Nepal to India, I think it was about 120 Tibetans who are mostly from my native village. And we were all together in handicraft center, which is started by Red Cross, but we left in one day, 120. Of course, there are many Tibetan refugees. We left, we were like belonging in one group. So by hearing this news that everybody has a chance to get education, then we left, okay. And that was, our journey was started in a truck. And in the morning, I think there was 3 or 4 trucks. We were 120, loaded with our all belongings and everything, not in the bus or not in aeroplane, just loaded in a truck where they transport all the goods, okay? They loaded. And I think there was 4 trucks coming. And in the beginning, it was so sad to depart from Jolakhel, which is the Tibetan Handicraft Center started by Red Cross, Swiss Red Cross. And there was a very nice lady called Sister who is working in the clinic. And then Hawkins Memesab and Hawkins Saab and all, they were saying goodbye to us. And they were also crying. And we were very emotional, okay? And then at a time, the truck moved. And then young people started singing songs, okay? It's a Tibetan tradition, singing song. At the time, they were vomiting, okay? Vomiting and everything is throwing out, okay? Because they didn't travel much in the trucks or in bus, you see. Always stayed in Kathmandu, vomiting. And then at the time, they were so tired. Everyone is like fall asleep. Anyway, okay, on the truck, and it was very dirty and the smelly was very bad. But then we reached to a place called Rasul. Now we almost reached to the the border of India. And then Indian police was very strict. So they said that all the men has to go to prison because we didn't have any permission. We didn't have any permission to enter into India. And we are a big number. So they all were taken to the police custody. Still, they don't call prison, but under the police custody. And they slept there in the night. The children and then all the female mothers are all under the tree. And then there were some clever mothers, okay, who says that, okay, now we better to go to the police station to cry, to ask them to release. We have only one person who speaks Hindi. No one, okay. They speak some Nepali language, but not Hindi. So only one, Tawa, Yakban Tawa. So he's the leader, so he speaks Hindi. He was also in the police custody. So the ladies went, all the children and all our belongings just left on the open place. And we were just there. And then all the ladies went to cry in the police station. And they cried. And police were a little bit moved, you see. And then they confiscated all the knives. Everybody has a knife, like some are quite long, some are like this. This is in tradition, you see. Nothing that's aimed to kill someone. But as a rule, okay, they took all the knife. And then otherwise they were released. And then they sent 2 police. One which goes as a leading for our group, and one comes after, so that no one left somewhere. Okay. And then the police enters into the train. We all rush and enter into the train. And then the last one, he checks that everyone is in. So then we reach to Lucknow, which is the capital city of UP state. And there, and some very rich Indian men came, and they prepared a very, very good lunch for us in a very beautiful open place, and they laid carpet, and then they served us and the lunch, and everyone was very hungry because we didn't get so much, and they took so. And then at that time, there was something quite slippery in the food, okay, slippery thing. And I didn't know, but I eat, and it was very slippery. And then at the end, I came to know that was fish, okay? So, and then again we went to lived in Lucknow, and we went to Pathankot, where the representative from His Holiness Dalai Lama came there to take care of us. And there we were separated, okay? We were sent to the school, and our parents were sent to road construction. We don't have any skill, okay? Road construction is the only work they can do. So they were sent. And then when we were separating from each other, on that day, everyone was crying, okay? Children were all in bus to be taken to Dharamsala. And parents were sent to Jogendra Nagar, which is another city, a town of India. So they were all sent. So, and then we thought that now we are separated forever, you see. But actually, the place where my parents were is not very far, okay? It may be about 2-3 hours by bus. But at that time, we have no experience. And then on the train, we didn't pay any train charge, okay? We just Dalai Lama, okay? If they say pay, no, we just say Dalai Lama. We just go Dalai Lama, and Dalai Lama change the train and enter, and we say Dalai Lama, and we go, okay? Till Pathankot, we didn't pay any money. Just say Dalai Lama, okay? Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama. And in this way, we reached to Pathankot, separated, and we were sent to Dharamsala, and the parents were sent to road construction in Kulu Manali. Yeah. And then we didn't meet for 1 year. And we were sent to a very good school in Mussoorie, Tibetan Homes Foundation. Tibetan Homes Foundation is run by different NGOs, supported by different NGO, but it was head of the Tibetan Homes Foundation was a lady called Mrs. Taring. And her book must be interesting. She wrote a book which is called Daughter of Tibet. And she was the general secretary or the head of the Tibetan Homes Foundation. So from home number 2 to 3 already started. And we were in home number 4 and 5. Me and my brother were home number 4 and 5. And then slowly 5, 6, 7, 8, and it went up to home number 30, 32 or 33. Okay. And at that time, the leaders were very good, and school was run so well. And we attended the school with the other Tibetan children, and Tibetan school in Mussoorie. Very good school, very good teacher. Most of the teachers, like only Tibetan language and Buddhism are Tibetan, but the rest, all the subjects were taught by Indian teachers. Social studies, science, mathematics, and English, everything was taught by Indian teachers. And Indian teachers were very, very devoted, okay? Especially our English teacher who recently passed away at the age of something 90. He was very good, okay? And he taught English so well that now we all remember him. We visited, okay, when he was sick, old age, and we made quite a lot of ground and visit, and then a very good gift to him, and stay there some time, talk with him, and to say thank you and all this. So all over, from almost all over the world, okay, and he taught so good, and now he passed away in Tripathi. Now, those who are studying in Mussoorie, they all know Tripathi means the best English teacher. Yeah. So what I'm speaking little English is because of him. Yeah, because of him. He really laid a very good foundation, and he loves student, but he loves in a wise way, not like a spoiling type of thing. He is very good. Yeah. And then from there, and then after finishing schooling, and then I have a chance to go to college. And I also have chance to go to dialectic school in Dharamsala, which was started by His Holiness Dalai Lama for the young Tibetans who finished the school, and they cannot fit in monasteries. So he started this dialectic school in Dharamsala, Institute of Buddhist Dialectic in Dharamsala. His Holiness started with 26 young boys like us who are so interested in Buddhism and also have modern sort of language and everything. And he started in 1973. And then I end up in this institute. Started about 8 years. And still I continued. And after 8 years, 1981, then I become teacher in Tibetan Children's Village in Dharamsala, which is the biggest school in Tibetan community. I become teacher. And in the beginning, I was teacher, Tibetan language teacher for class 11, 12. And then slowly, they appointed me as a principal of the school. And then slowly, I become the director. The responsibility as principal is to give education for the children. And the responsibility of the director is giving education and also giving shelter like father, okay? And has to take all like health and food and education, clothing, everything is responsible for a director. And at that time, okay, then the maximum number was about 2,500 children. And I worked there 17 years. And after that, then I was appointed as a principal for a higher Tibetan study in Dharamsala, which is called Sara College, okay? I worked 6.5 years. And it was very tough, but it was very good. And then His Holiness has advised me to revive Bodong tradition. And then I started going to Nepal. And then together with the Bodong tradition, I started helping the Nepali children to say thank you to them because they helped me when I was in a difficult situation, as the story tells. So then I started taking interest in Nepali children, especially orphan and displaced children, old people, and sick people like this. And I started having quite a number of charity projects and orphan home. At present, we have 2 orphan homes in 2 different villages. And a home for girls who are about to end up in trafficking. And, and then now we have a physically challenged women's training center, which has a capacity of 10 ladies can come and they give vocational training based on Nepali vocational training, and we train them. And now it is running 4th batch, and every batch has about 10. And so this is one thing. And then Bodong Monastery is a big project. And then we also support many sick people who are coming from village to hospital in Kathmandu. They don't have any money. So they are about to sell their cows or their house or field. So we don't let them sell their house or cow and field. So we try to support based on how much they need, like 20,000, 15,000, 10,000, and then 50,000, 100,000 or some. And some, I think even we have to give like 200,000 rupees. So that is what we are doing currently. And then our organization is named as the Green Tara Charitable Organization, and which is run by me and my Nepali brother Karma Lama. So we are just running this to make sure that every single rupee goes to the beneficiary. And so we don't charge anything, okay? We don't take any salary. Even we travel for our project, we spend our money, okay? We don't use any of the money from the organization. And now this has been very successful. And we are now trying to consolidate, okay, all the project, make it very clear. And of course, my hand has been putting everywhere. Now I wanted to check everything is really clear and consolidated so that my age is going high. So it will be slowly handed over to someone whom I can trust 100%, because money is very sticky and everybody loves money. When money comes, then I think people get a little bit drunk, you see. So therefore, now this is one of the most difficult situations everywhere. So we are trying to control. So as long as karma is alive, I think he will not do anything wrong. So this is the project, which is, we had quite a number of projects, okay? And then the project is handled by the supporters. I say, you handle, okay? I don't put my hand there. I don't put you in there. I don't put my hand there. So you just run, okay? If you face problem, just call me. I will try to help. So in this way, I don't take all the responsibility, but I let them do, okay? Let them do. But we have our own big responsibility to run this Green Dara charitable organization. And so which is also quite big. And then on top of this Bodong tradition, and then we have a project in Northeast India as Nandari, and then we are supporting 69 old and handicapped people. And then we are supporting also some hermits who are doing meditation. So up to now, I think everything was quite fine. So last year, like when this pandemic, COVID-19, made me a little bit worried because I couldn't visit. But just we tightly managed. So now I'm out. So I hope we will manage. So I'm requesting everyone to help for the charity project. And my responsibility is try to use the money in the best possible and honest way. Yeah.
And I know that you have a very special project that's happening with the nunnery in northeastern India. And maybe you could describe some of the reasons why you decided to establish that nunnery and that school there. Maybe describe some of the conditions in that area.
In Northeast India is a very, very far most corner of Nepal. And then the border is like Tibet, okay? And in that sort of area, there are many, many villages. They say about 51 villages, but I visited only 21 villages, okay? And now this, I saw some terrible sort of experience, especially the girls who are there, and they don't know how to do all the birth controls or family planning. So they get married at the age of 15. And I saw one girl who had a baby when she was 15 years old. And then it just go on like this, okay? I saw many sad stories. They have to cook, and they have to make all the laundry, do laundry, and then taking care of the animals and fetching water and collecting wood, which are not easy. You have to go miles, okay? And then with this, if they have like 5, 6 children, and then life becomes very difficult, okay? And the men are mostly like, so they play some game and then they're drunk and they're so not so productive. And because of this, then I started paying more attention to the girls, okay? So that they will be able to cope their life with by themselves. So we started focusing quite a lot of attention for the girls' education. So then nunnery is one part, okay, one part. And where we have some young girls from very remote village, there's no existence of school and no existence of electricity, no existence of a proper road, okay? So most of them, they are coming from those villages. And so there we have a nunnery. We call it nunnery. Why? If we say nunnery, the parents will feel that girls are safe. If we just say at some ordinary home, and they may say that, oh, my girl is very beautiful, maybe they will end up in somewhere else, you see. So therefore, we just named as a nunnery cum school, okay? And we built a big building with the money from Norway, where they stay, sleep, they eat, and they do prayers and everything. We finish all this big building, which is supposed to be their living room. And then we need a classroom, and then prayer hall, and all these are, the foundations are done, but we didn't have money. And therefore, the fund, whatever is possible, we really badly need for this so that they will have proper class where they can go. Otherwise, we are sending to different school in the daytime, and in the evening, morning, we teach at Nunnery. So at present, we have 26 girls who are very, very good in school and education very good. So our priority is not make them really, we have to make them nun. No. So we have to make them well-educated young ladies, okay? If they remain nun, well and good. If they don't remain as nun, still it's okay. Because if they get a good education, and to grow them proper lady who can take the responsibility of the family. And that is, I think, for us, that is more than enough. So we are on the process, not on the process, we are running this nunnery, and we really like to have more girls in our school so that most of them who have no school can get the education same as what they are getting today, and then facilities, rooms, and everything, clothing, everything. And then also, I think it is very important to give Buddhist education. Now I started feeling more and more important, okay? I used to feel, yes, but to revive Bodong tradition is important, okay? I agree. It is guided by His Holiness Dalai Lama. And then he also know that what I'm doing in Nunnery project in Northeast India. But then now I go deeper, okay? Say that my monastery in Nepal is not an ordinary monastery, but I say that this is a small factory where we produce a warm-hearted human being, and they will never wage war. They will not kill anybody. And the same formula now we are applying to the nunnery. So they will be a very wise, well-educated, warm-hearted nuns, so that they will be able to lead some of the villages, schools or education or clinics or hospitals like this. So this is, of course, now we already have 3 nurses working in different villages, which we trained in South India by sending scholarship and then bringing them back to the village to work. So we wanted to do this more, you see, more well-educated girls, young ladies, and so that every girl will see that, oh, women can do a lot. Women can do exactly the same as men do. Why should women always stay in the kitchen or collecting wood and only feeding the children? They can do same or even more, you see. Now these days, His Holiness always says that mothers are the source of compassion. And so the mothers, when they are in the womb, mothers are taking care. They grow, okay? And then they deliver, mother delivers, okay? And then they pick up and breastfeed. Even hugs and everything is coming from mothers. So therefore, His Holiness always said that mothers are the first spiritual teacher for compassion. And this is reality, you see. And therefore, now we are trying to impart education, whether they remain nun or not, okay? They really need to be a good human being who will make some difference in the lives of poor villages. And so this is a very important project. And then, of course, we need fund badly so that there are classroom, prayer hall, library, clinic, all will be finished. And then they get a full-fledged education in the nunnery. So this is what I'm appealing. And so thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah.
Geshe-la, I want to ask you a little bit about your development as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You said that the English teacher, your first English teacher, helped you understand how to teach wisely.
Yeah.
What did he show you about teaching wisely?
Actually, it is some small pieces of the things which he taught us. But then my character when I was small boy, and then in the school, and I have a thought in myself. I really wanted to be a very good teacher because teacher's job is so important, okay? So important. Every year, so many children go through this teacher, okay? At the great opportunity to make contribution in the life of these children. I really wanted to be a good teacher. But then some of the teachers were not so good. Therefore, I said, I don't want to be trained by any other teacher. So my dream was, I really wanted to be a good teacher, but I don't want to be trained by any other teacher. Otherwise, I will be conditioned in the same way as those teachers who are not so good, you see. In this way, when I finished my study, as we were saying, 8 years of study, and then 81, then I went to apply a teaching job in Tibetan children's village in Dharamsala, okay? And they said, okay, we will accept, but they are going to do teaching observation. And okay, and then I went. They were planning to do 4 teaching observation, 1 for the language, Tibetan language, 1 for history, 1 for Buddhism, and 1 for general knowledge, okay? They are planning to do 4 teaching observation. So luckily, the first observation was Tibetan language, which I have a lot of experience, okay? And I was teaching in class 11. Yeah, and they came, okay, 3 headmaster, 1 principal, and 1 Tibetan teacher. They came, they sit behind the class, and I was asked to teach. And I teach, okay, they planned to do 4 teaching observation. When I taught, after finishing, and they had a meeting, and they unanimously said that now no need to do the teaching observation. And so now, from today, he is appointed as a full-fledged teacher, okay? So then 1 teaching observation decided me to be a permanent teacher in that school. And so that was my start of my teaching job as a teacher. And I worked there for 17 years as in the beginning as teacher, and then principal, and then director, and then teachers training principal. Specifically appointed. I myself was not trained. But I was trained. I was asked to lead the training center to train teachers, okay, for the Tibetan schools. I think I trained many Tibetan teachers, but I was not trained.
But you were trained by your own,
Yes,
your own path.
Yes, and then of course I learned from some experts like Jesuit father called Father Matthias, okay, from him when he conduct workshop 10 days, okay, and I learned some which I really like it, okay, and my philosophy teacher, he also taught me several things. Otherwise, yes, it is almost like developed by myself with experience. And I do a lot of preparation, okay. Whenever I have to teach, I do a lot of preparation, reading books and prepare. And then I have to really know how are my students, almost like each and every one, okay, and how much I can put in, how much they will understand, what expectation I have after teaching and so on. So planning was made me really like sort of like professional teacher. Yes. And then at the end, when they were saying making a lot of noise, saying that and every teacher has to have a training certificate, teacher's training certificate, so everyone has to get a training. They announce in general, okay? And then I thought, either I have to drop the teacher's job or I have to get a training. Then I was thinking, and then so I have the chance to go to teacher training. But then director of the Tibetan Children's Village came to me, said that please don't go teachers training. We will never kick you out, saying that you are not trained. I mean, we will never do. You just remain as what you are today, and then your teaching method, and then how to teach effectively, and then how to take care of children. Everything is 100% agreed by them. Those are the head of the Tibetan Children's Village. So please don't go. Please don't go for teachers training. And I thought that I succeeded. I wanted a good teacher, but I don't want to be trained by any other teacher. Okay. And then after that, I trained many teachers. I think 1,000. Okay. I trained many teachers. And yeah.
What would you say are the qualities of a good teacher?
The teacher should be a living teacher, okay? He or she should be living teacher. Means he or her life has to be for the children, with the children, and most important as we have to enter into the children's mind and then develop one's own self. Time to time, you see. So those are the things what I this teaching job is so important, okay? So nice, and then also we have to think, okay, so that whatever teacher teaches the children, some teachers are quite lazy, they don't teach properly. Why? They don't lose anything. By teaching, they gain. They will don't lose anything, okay? If they teach today, if their mind become empty, then of course I can understand, okay? But more they teach, more they learn. More develop their skill, they will learn more. They will become better teacher. And this will be never stolen by anybody. Wherever you go, it will be with you, okay? If you go to America, you will be, same quality is within you. It cannot be corrupted. so, and even we are sleeping, your teaching skills are with you. And we don't have to pay any attention, extra attention. We don't have to recharge. And we don't have to polish. Or we don't have to put any oil or like this. This is such a treasure, okay? And then this is the best gift for the rest of the human family. Yeah.
That's so wonderful, Geshe-la.
Yeah.
You know, I know that you were not only a teacher of teachers and a teacher of children, but you were also a father to so many children.
Yes.
Can you tell me what that was like, realizing that you had to become their fathers for all these children who had lost their families?
This is, I think, by nature, okay? By nature. We have this seed. We have seed. We who are taking care of our parents, okay? How much they took care of us. If there's any children who has no parents, means it is empty in them. They will never grow like healthy boys and girls, you see. So we are equipped. We are equipped to be a father, or we are equipped to be mother. And yes, we can do a lot of things, even we are not mother. We can do a lot of things, even we are not real father, okay? We can do more than a real father can do, okay? Because we are equipped. We have feeling, human feeling. We have human feeling. Means if someone is suffering, we feel. If someone is happy, we feel. And then why not? We make them happy. Why not? We try to reduce their suffering. And we don't have to go somewhere else, you see. It is well equipped. And our parents also took care of us in this way. We were like, okay. And then they breastfeed and take care and change all the. We don't have napkin, okay. We never had a napkin, okay. It's very ugly way of bringing up, but it was fine, you see. And they did everything, okay, till we become like a boy or girl who can love other girl or other boy, you see. Really have to think how we are brought up. This education is, I think, lacking in many places, okay. When I was taking care of my mother, okay? I'm taking care of my mother. And then sometimes I tease her, okay? I pick up her hand, okay? Very, very old her hand, like 95, 96, okay? I say that this old hand is nothing to do with me, okay? And she laughs, okay? And she says, yes, you are right. This hand has not done nothing for you. Yes, you are right, okay? And then I say, okay, I didn't eat any bread, okay? I didn't eat any bread baked by this hand, okay? Actually, I ate thousands of bread baked by this, okay? Yeah. And we have deep understanding. And then she also laughed. And then we laugh and we enjoy. And then we sing some song together. And then she taught me some songs, okay? And which were taught when she was like 94, 5. And she became so happy. And I asked, do you trust me? I asked her, do you trust me? And she says, like this and that. But then finally she said, if I don't trust you, there's no one on this earth I can trust you. I can trust, okay? And she really trusts me, okay? She feels so relaxed. Whenever I get salary, I hand it over to her. And she gives money in where I don't know where she gives, okay, she gives. On Sundays, then I have to go to market, say I need 200 rupees or 300 rupees. And she gives 200 or 300. If I say 100, oh, no, 100, what can you do? You take 200 or 500 like this. I said, no, I don't need this. I need only 100. My money is in her hand. Okay? I even don't inquire her. Yes. And because she deserves it. When I have no money, when I was born, no money in the hand. Yeah. And she did everything for me. At least, okay, at least whatever I can, yes, I have to do. Because if we don't have the sense of repaying back, whatever kind they have shown, whatever good thing they have done, either it's parents, or teacher, or friends, or sister, or brother, whoever, okay, we have to have a sense of saying thank you, and practically repaying back is so important, you see, in the Buddhist tradition, very important, yeah. So therefore, I paid repay. My mother was with me for 27 years, okay, I took care. And now I'm repaying back to the Nepali children who helped me, who are not the same children, but just Nepali children, okay? And these days I'm doing quite a good things to the Nepali children. I love them, and they are the one who really made me survived. Yeah, survived. So then, as an educated person, as a monk who studied Buddhist philosophy, and then I think sincerely, just words, thank you is not enough. I have to do practically more than just words, okay? So this way, we do quite a lot of charity project for the children in Nepal. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
And Geshe-la, you're very, one of the big projects, as you said, is the Bodong tradition that you're trying to revive.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the Bodong? How is it different than other compassion traditions within Buddhism?
Yeah, the actual essence of the essence of all the traditions are same, okay? But every teacher, okay, very, very skilled teacher or very highly knowledgeable teacher, they develop their own skill, how to teach. Mm-hmm. And then also the teaching lineages, which is the most important thing, okay? Every teacher has its own teaching lineage, which we don't mix everything, you see. So we have to follow the teaching lineage of that teacher, which is Bodong and Namgyal. And we have to learn how he wrote those books and how he taught to his disciples. To remain this way, teaching lineage has to be unbroken. And then the skill and the knowledge or the richness in this teaching has to be updated or upgraded. And then also as a Buddhist tradition, and follow the discipline is very important, you see. The monastery which has no discipline, and then nothing can happen, you see. So therefore, all these are done due to the guidance given by His Holiness Dalai Lama. And now in Kathmandu we have Bodong Monastery, where we have very good educated monks. And Vinaya also they follow strictly. And then they speak very good English, and their Tibetans are very good. So now, okay, if I retire, and then I think I will have no pain, okay? They will carry on. And then Rinpoche, Bodong Rinpoche is also well educated in South India, so he will lead the monastery. And so now we are almost like on a good track, okay? A good track. And so to preserve its teaching lineage and the richness of the teachings, and then the technique, how he wrote the books and trained. And these are very, very unique. So therefore, and His Holiness always say that now if we say that we kept all the Tibetan Buddhist tradition intact, and then we have to keep everything intact. Otherwise, if the one finger is broken, if I say my hand is fine, we can't say. If all the fingers are perfect, functioning perfect, then I can say my hand is healthy. Mm-hmm. In the same way, if we keep all the tradition, okay, all the major and minor tradition alive, then we can say that we preserved all the Buddhist tradition in exiled community. So therefore, Bodong tradition is very, very important to revive and then keep going on all the things which are established. Yeah.
And what do you think is the most unique aspect of Bodong?
Teaching lineage. That Bodong Chola Namje was the founder, wrote many books, 130 volumes of books, okay? And I don't know how can he write like this, okay? If we study all these things, okay, and then we will know, okay, the real Buddha's teaching. Buddha's teaching touches so many aspects, as I told you. We have 84,000 different afflicted emotions, you see. And then to destroy all these things, to remove all these things, we need a lot of techniques, a lot of education, a lot of knowledge. And some people think that what is the use of writing so many books? No, we are not writing storybooks, okay? We are not writing novels or like this, you see. We are writing exactly how we have to fight against this destructive emotion, this particular destructive emotion, this particular destructive emotion, this, how we can fight against this by using antidotes, you see. Mm-hmm. So therefore, each and every volume has its own value. Yeah. Therefore, to revive this is very important. And then everyone has its own imprints, okay? Mm-hmm. I may love Gelug tradition because of my past imprints, okay? There are certain people who love Sajja tradition because of their imprint. They really want to be Sajja tradition, follower of Sajja tradition. They really want to be a follower of Nyingma tradition, Kagyu tradition, okay? And there are so many people who says that we wanted to follow Bodong tradition. Mm-hmm. For them it is needed, you see. Mm-hmm. Someone who loves coffee, if we give water, it's not enough. It's irrelevant, you see. So they need Bodong tradition. Then if we say, you have, whether you like or not, you have to learn Nyingma tradition, it's not relevant, you see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's coming all because of their imprints, past imprints. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. And some people are thinking that revival of Bodong tradition means if I write some article, a book, then they think it's finished, okay? Actually, it is not, you see. These are the easiest thing. But we have to go in deep. How to bring these young boys, have understanding, have skill, have knowledge, and be experienced to the level that what is written by this great teacher. Mm-hmm. So that they will be able to teach, you see. Yeah.
It's wonderful, Geshe-la.
It is heavy, heavy responsibility.
But-
Today, the monastery expenses is like 3 lakh and 20,000, which is a lot of money. But this is running cost, okay? Their food, lodging, then toiletry, and everything, teacher's salary, everything, okay? But it is worth. Yeah, it is worth. Yeah.
It's so wonderful. I think His Holiness the Dalai Lama made a good choice in choosing you. I think he knew who he was choosing.
Yes, yeah. But I will try my best to fulfill his wish, you see. If I have no capacity, then it's finished. Otherwise, I will never lose hope and never sort of like say, I don't agree with this or this. No, it will never happen in my whole life or maybe in next life also. Yeah.
It's so interesting to look back at your development as a teacher and, as a student and then as a teacher and then as a teacher of teacher and now as a preserver of a tradition.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to see how you were always being trained to do this job as the preserver of the Bodong tradition.
Yes, I just go and then look here and there. Just go few steps, look here and there. Like this, okay, grow.
Yeah.
And then the projects are also, nothing is like, I have to do in this way. No, not like this. So let us start, okay? And then we will learn more.
Okay, so the most important thing
Yeah?
that you promised
Yeah.
was that you would sing the songs that your
You're
mother
going to
taught
record?
you. Yes.
Wow, this is impossible.
It's possible.
But I think I'm becoming nervous. I think that is, I think you can't play this.
Okay.
Public, no.
Okay.
I can sing.
Okay, we won't play it
Yeah,
publicly.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we'll just have it for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is okay, fine.
Okay,
yeah.
no problem. Can you tell us a little bit about what the song
Is
is about?
that there's a sun, okay? There's a sun shining brightly. And I thought it was sun, but it was not sun, but it was my spiritual teacher. And then I saw moon. I thought it is a moon, but actually no, it is my compassionate leader. And then I saw so many stars. Okay, stars. I thought it was star, but actually it was not. It is my dear community people.
That's a beautiful song. Thank you so much, Geshe-la.
Okay.
Thank you.